Hi everybody, this is Brendan with Common Motor, common-motor.com on the internet, and with our ongoing effort to keep our vintage Honda motorcycles on the road, we inevitably have to develop and make new parts, especially for ones that are very failure prone from the factory. Case in point, upper triple trees that were used on several of the Hondas in the early 70s. In particular, we're looking at the later Honda 350s, so we're talking about the CBCL 350s, the K4s, K5/G. We're talking about the 360s, CB 360, CL 360, CJ 360, and also some of the 450s, K3 through K7. All of these bikes use what we call a clamping or a squeezing style triple clamp or triple tree up top where the fork would be pinched here. And as you can see, it's very common that they are broken and failure prone, so we have to make a better part. As y'all can see here, this failure is really common, and a lot of people think that the failure has to do with over-tightening this bolt here on the triple tree clamp, and then Honda even thought the same thing for a while, so they made these little D-shaped washers here that were supposed to kind of go in between the pieces and keep you from over tightening them. The reality is that's not really the problem of why these failed. It was just a really poor quality casting that was crack prone, but if you did over tighten the bolts here, they would crack. Case in point, we have one here where it has broken on both sides, but yet it still has the support washer in there. So it's not just about it being over tightened. They really cracked a lot. They were hard to find. Finding a clean used one was almost impossible. And when you did find them, the prices were crazy expensive. So that gave us, the green light to say, hey, we need to develop a new replacement part and make sure we improve and modify the part to be superior to the original design and make sure it doesn't fail in the same way. So in order to improve the design, we had to work with a company that actually manufactures triple trees, and that's exactly who helped us out with this project. Some of the things we did was beefing up the areas and thickening up the areas that were crack prone on them, so they're a lot meatier. The castings themselves are a lot denser than the factory ones. And finally, we upgraded the alloy, just a modern aluminum alloys that have a little bit more flexibility to them that are not going to crack under stress. Were some of the big things, but all the factory mount points, all the factory dimensions work, and all the pieces bolt up to it, so it's like it was a brand new part, but in fact it's actually a better part than the original. Now I know the couple of triple trees we have here don't address all of the bikes that we're currently supporting as of the time we're making this video. 175s, 200s, a lot of the 4-cylinder stuff, 550s, 750s. They also have the same failure problem, and we're totally willing to make that part, but we need to hear from y'all on that kind of level of demand. So you can always write to us at the website, let us know, hey, we're looking for the part, or we hear it from enough folks, then it gives us, again, the motive to go ahead and get the part made. So your feedback's important. The more we hear back from you, the more likely we are to able to make the part. In addition to making the new triple trees, we also wanted to make its support parts as well, and this is our handlebar inserts. Like there's an original one there, it's all rubber and squished, and here's our new one made out of polyurethane. We call them space capsule because it kind of looks like a Mercury space capsule. And it's just, again, another improvement over the original thing. It's stiffer and not going to degrade and squish like the old rubber ones will. And for those who are not familiar with them, they go on we call it the yoke of the stem, and these would replace those original ones that tend to get all worn out, and they pop in there like that. Also, when we have the triple trees, as we sell them as a package, it's the triple trees, set of space capsules, and all the hardware to mount it properly, because we want to make sure we have all the bits and pieces to do the job right. A question that I get asked, kind of on the regular basis is, where are your parts made? And the truth is, they're actually made all around the globe. There's all kinds of manufacturing in all countries, and there's lots of really quality things being made around the world. So we live in a global economy, and that's the reality of what we're dealing with now. For example, our triple trees here, they're made by a company that makes these parts for OEM manufacturing down in South America, specifically Brazil. And like our space capsules here, well, they're made right here in the USA. So again, you never quite know, but as always, when we do any part, we're looking for the highest quality manufacturing we can, and also to make sure we keep it within budget for people to actually have. So yeah, we're thinking about the whole big picture about sustainability of the bikes and affordability of the parts. If you find yourself with a broken triple tree on the bikes we mentioned earlier, 350s, 360s, 450s, the later stuff, yeah, we have replacements. I just got an email today as of the filming of this from somebody in Italy looking for one of these, so I know you folks are out there needing these parts. Again, trying to make as best parts as we can. And with that, I'll leave you guys. This is Brandon with Common Motor. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Subscribe to our newsletter via our website, I should say, where we have updates about this kind of stuff as we release it, so newsletter people get it first. And finally, make sure you follow us on this YouTube channel down below, ring the bell for notifications, and we'll see you next time.